This is the paper version of the timetable for the J1 and J2 buses which go to the Adelaide Airport, taking different routes. So the J1 goes from Elizabeth Railway Station, which here is called as Elizabeth Interchange, but there's no indication on this that's actually a railway station, but does mention there's a park and ride here, and there's no mention that there's a toilet at that station. Here the J1 bus is behaving as a bus rapid transit because it's going along a freeway in effect. There's limited access from houses and side roads. The only problem is there are a large number of intersections where everyone stops, so it's a stop-start system where you've got 80 kilometres an hour, then suddenly you stop at an intersection, then you accelerate again, and then you stop, and so on. The key point is that Minister Knoll, at the start of the Marshall government, made a decision for the J1 bus to actually do something useful, and that is to divert slightly into the Lyell McEwen Hospital here on Haydown Road and have a stop there at 54B with a small cross indicating the hospital, and then again it follows the main roads and up the hill here as a bus rapid transit to Golden Grove Interchange. And what is not clearly obvious here is the park and ride, which has been shown. And at this point the J1 bus is joined by the J2 bus and comes down Golden Grove Road to Tea Tree Plaza. Interestingly, there's a hospital here called Royal Hospital which the J1 doesn't visit, but could easily do it because the M44 bus comes from Golden Grove as well, using a slightly different route, and actually visits the Mulberry Hospital. We then come into the city, and we see here that the city's got an unusual arrangement where the bus stop you get off at is not matched by the same number on the other side. So if you're in the suburbs and you get off at bus stop number 6A on Sedona or Bradman Drive to the airport, you then, doing a return trip, you would catch bus stop 6A again. But in the city it's completely different. What happens is, on the northern side they start with the lower letter of the alphabet and go up the alphabet, and on the northern side here they're starting on the southern side, western end, with the high end of the alphabet and going down the alphabet. So you have got U1 opposite F2 and W1 opposite D3 and X1 opposite C1, and just here is the Royal Adelaide Hospital, and be easy to do here what we saw done at Elizabeth, where the bus diverts to a short way out of its way and could go along North Terrace on its way to the airport by going to the Royal Adelaide Hospital. At the top map here we now find that the bus goes into the airport and stops at bus stop 10. There's a bit of confusion because the bus actually goes into a bus stop just to the side here, and because the buses don't have any loudspeakers on it, we've experienced where international students get off too soon because they think they're at the airport because of all the signs, but in fact it's another stop at stop 10 that you get off at the airport. Now the J1 and the J2 then go into another diversion where it's this time's to shop. So the key thing is that buses should go to where people want to go and not to places where they don't want to go. So people want to go shopping, people want to go to the airport, people want to go to hospitals. Buses should do that service. Adelaide International Airport, this is the arrival and departure, and we see that at 6 a.m. the departures start to occur, and we see a whole lot of flights occurring up until we're now at 7 o'clock, and we get to 9:30, and we'll see that after 9:30 suddenly there are no more arrivals and departures until the afternoon, and the last departure is scheduled to occur at 10:30. Adelaide International Airport, with its first departures at 6 a.m, recommends that people should allow 3 hours prior to international departures and 2 hours prior for domestic departures. And so they're saying for early morning international flights, we encourage passengers to arrive at 3:30 a.m, which is the time of opening of the actual terminal itself. And whilst the last arrivals at the terminal are at 10 o'clock, the handling of the passage from the plane to your luggage means that you might not actually be able to leave the terminal until 11 o'clock, which is the closing time of the terminal. So if buses such as the J1 are going to be realistically doing anything useful, they need to arrive at 3:30 in the morning for people departing and be leaving after 11 o'clock in the evening each day.